Panther Nation podcast. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. Oh, cut it. Cut right. And I would like to introduce one of the hottest podcasts in Carolina history. Let's go. Yeah. Let's chat. We got time to chop it up. Talking analytics and fantasy draft. You know what's up. Panther Nation representing, cause this is where we talk that. Talk that's so incredible, make them rewind that talk back. Pause. Talking Panthers football, we discussing it all. On and off the field, you know exactly who to call. You know we the #1 podcast. Competition is non-existent, you need to stop that. Pause. It's an honor to be a Panther fan, pause. At Bank of America, that is where we ball. Coming to the jungle, then you gonna feel the pause. Winning the trophy for the city, it is the call. Black, white, and blue, we going Carolina strong. And this is the conversation where everyone belongs. Discussing all the numbers and topics, you know we got it. We the hottest podcast, and we poppin', let's go.
QueenCityPodcastNetwork.com.
Yo, what's cracking? Panther Nation, it's your boy Rashad and Dave in the building. And Dave, guess what? Just take a wild guess.
What's up?
The intro continues to be our only source of happiness around these parts, Dave. The intro Dave continues to provide the good old days, the days that were once great, when Panther football was great, because all we have to deal with right now is L's upon L's upon L's upon L's.
That's true.
Dave,
0-2, baby.
0-2. What's good with you? Before we get into that, I know you're in town. You are in the borough. What's good with you, man? Everything going well?
I'm in Columbia now.
Oh, my bad.
I was in the borough last weekend. I went to the A&T Hampton game, saw that comeback. Live in the flesh, 10 points in less than a minute. That was beautiful to watch, beautiful to see. Got our first win in the conference, so I'm happy about that. Thought that the Panthers a little bit of Aggie pride there. Thought that the Panthers would do something similar, because it was looking very similar to what I saw Saturday night, and they just fell short. But other than that, things are good. I'm heading back down to the borough this weekend for Aggie Eagle. It's classic week. So I'm heading down to the borough again later this week.
Salute to the North Carolina Central Eagles. I know it's a few of y'all in here, but that's where it stops. You get a little salute, but it's hate week.
You're better than me. I ain't gonna name them. Like, I don't even call them that. Like, they just go down the road. I can call some uglier things if you like, but that's what they are right now. It's classic week.
Yeah. Salute to A&T, man. Aggie pride to all the Aggies. Hopefully, Dave, I just hope we make it competitive, because over the past couple of years we've been getting smacked. I
think it'll be. We're on our 7th quarterback, so you can take that as you may. We're on our 7th quarterback. We won on Saturday with our 7th quarterback. We had our 6th, and he got hurt, and we 7th got us to come back.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right. Let's go ahead and get right to it, man. Obviously, I know how my weekend was. It's straight. We talked about it over the game. The time we we're live streaming, so we don't have to go and recap too much of the weekend, as we were together for a good piece of it. So so Dave, stay on the prowl. All good. Y'all know what time it is. Let's talk about it. GameChanger.LA, go over and get you. I know it's kind of embarrassing walking around with Panthers gear on. I get it. But we got a couple of players, T-Mac being one of them. I got the T-Mac shirt on right now. Grab you a T-Mac shirt. Grab you a JC John. Grab you an old school nostalgic joint with Cam on it. Yeah, go and reminisce when the times were good, when Panther football was good. Grab you some old school T-shirts, Panther legends like Steve Smith Sr., Julius Peppers, Luke Kuechly. They all have shirts up there. Promo code PNP when you do GameChanger.LA. Check it out. All right, Dave. Couple quick roster moves as a result of the game. We dealt with a couple of injuries. So we went out and signed some guys. Miami, Dave, you got it.
Nope. Jong Meta.
Shout
Maima Jong Meta.
out to
Jong
Dave.
Meta.
Shout out to Dave with the pronunciation, bro. But yeah, we signed a linebacker for some linebacker depth, and we have a center, because obviously we need some center depth, being that Austin Corbett is now on IR. Dave, any thoughts on these signings before we get into the rest of the content?
I saw that the Bengals were not happy losing that linebacker, sir. They weren't happy about it at all. And I don't know too much about the center. But overall, I'm never going to complain about bringing a linebacker in. Never. I'm not going to complain about bringing a linebacker in. Not right now. Not right now.
So just a couple of notes on Jong Meta, if that's how you say his name. He signed with the Bengals. He's an undrafted free agent, 2024. He went on to appear in 17 games as a rookie. He recorded a combined 13 tackles, 2 fumble recoveries, and he had 1 start during that time. 371 of his 401 snaps came for special teams. So he's another special teams guy. We also worked out another linebacker, Balin Spector, on Monday. But Dave, I have a pretty obvious question. And I do understand what we're doing, and I get it, that we have to go in here and get some guys, but what are they expecting to get around this time? And do they really expect to get some sort of impact player, being that we're 2 weeks into the season? I hope nobody is expecting any of these guys to be the answer.
No.
Yeah.
But it goes back to what we've been discussing, what I've been saying for a while about the fact that we've been ignoring this position. Like, we have ignored the linebacker position. Like, we've been ignoring it for far too long, and it's showing. Everybody says Bryce needs help. You know what to help Bryce? A really good defense. And our defense played well last Sunday, to be fair.
Dave, I was gonna say, come on, man. Are we doing that
No.
already?
Like, but I'm just saying, we know what the weaknesses of this roster. We know that we need linebacker help. This isn't something that just appeared yesterday. This isn't something that just appeared before the season started. This isn't something that just appeared last year. We've needed linebacker help for years, plural. Like, this isn't something new. And I feel like we've overcorrected in so many other areas, and we've ignored this position. I just that's how I feel. Considering this is a position that used to be an identity for us. I freaking GM was a good linebacker. It was a legendary linebacker for us, man. Like, you would think if anybody would know we need to get a linebacker, it would be him. But obviously not.
Yeah, real quick. Let me hit some of these super chats. Trevon Lawrence says, shout out to the channel. Let's talk about it. Panther Nation got to win in the bank. I do agree we have to win in the bank. ACAS says, shot is an anchor. He's just disappointed. 0-2. 0-2. Yes, we are 0-2. So shout out to A-Cash, man. Brandon says, how is T-Mac our best offensive weapon already? Because you drafted him in the top 10. That's how. And this is what we expect out of a top 10 pick. I think he's right on pace, doing a fantastic job. Ada says, remember Dave said good when Corbett got hurt?
I did not say good. Did I say
kinda,
good?
You
I said Cade Mays is starting. That's what I said. Cade Mays is up. That's what I said.
I think somebody said, I think it was mentioned that Cade Mays is the replacement. Then you said good. So you indirectly said,
no,
you indirectly threw some shade.
That's good. That means that's good, as in we have good center depth. Good.
Yeah.
Like, don't you out here? Don't be out here doing this.
Yeah, good. He's trying to clean it up. I get it. I mean, we here at Panther Nation Podcast do not wish injury upon anyone.
No, we don't wish injury on anybody.
Let's start there. We don't wish injury upon anybody, bro. We definitely don't condone the celebration of injuries by any means. So just want that to be extremely clear.
But if there's a position where somebody gets hurt, I wasn't as concerned there because I thought Cade Mays should have won the job. So that's a whole different discussion, though.
A-Cash says, I don't know, Dave. The weakness might be our wide receiver room. We got T-Mac and a bunch of gummy bears. Crazy.
It still ain't. Look, man, we might actually have a wide receiver one. We haven't had that in a long time. So that alone means it's not a weakness.
You need a group,
No,
man. You need a
we
group.
got a group. We just got one guy. The other pieces of the group are on IR right now.
You got
It's
one
coming.
piece. You got one piece. It went from
Eh,
an extreme weakness, or excuse me, extreme strength at training camp to now we sit here hobbling
But we only,
along a little
but the irony is we only lost we lost two guys, right? Because we traded Thielen
bit.
and
Yep.
we picked up and Coker's on IR right now. And
Mhm.
so the fact that we were like, oh, here you're talking about the wide receiver positions of weakness, I think that's unfair. I think Bryson Tremaine has been playing really well for us.
He
I
has.
do. I think we have a lot of talent. I have my thoughts. I saw the snap counts. I already said what I need to say on Twitter regarding the snap counts. I know it's not going to happen because Canales is loyal, but I got my thoughts. Xavier snaps.
What did you observe?
Xavier Legette slaps should go this way, and Bryson Tremaine snaps to go this way. Like it should start the shift. Like there should be more snaps for Tremaine.
That did come up in a press conference. They did press Dave Canales about Xavier Legette's playing time, and he said it will not decrease. And I quote tweeted and said, "Until Coker returns." Because when Coker returns,
oh yeah.
Legette
We're done. He should not be starting when Coker returns. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna say that right now. He should not be starting when Coker returns.
Yeah, and I'll say that unless I'll give a small caveat, unless he starts to pick it up. But it appears that they're trying to get him going. Even Canales said in the press conference, we were trying to get him going. They threw a negative, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. But they threw a screen pass and went for -2 yards. He had he had 8 targets. It's crazy, but
targets, one catch, -2 yards.
Yeah,
and
we'll
let me
talk
tell you
about
something. I told y'all, I ain't got the button today, but I told y'all, stay away from his behind in fantasy. I told y'all. T-Mac's the only guy you need to get. T-Mac is getting targets galore too, by the way.
Oh yeah, he's hooping right now.
He's hooping.
Panthers 24/7. We got T-Mac and friends at wide receiver for sure.
So what do we have at linebacker? Panthers 24/7.
Oh, we ain't got nothing at linebacker.
We ain't even got friends.
Nah, we
got acquaintances.
We looking real rough. Trevon says play Horn this week, bench XL like Bryce last year. Yeah, I mean, appreciate the super chats, everybody. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna talk about XL a little bit later, but yeah. So these are the roster moves that we made. Obviously, we have to talk about Robert Hunt with the torn bicep and Austin Corbett also down with injury. Both gentlemen go to IR, which is not cool. Not cool at all. Yeah, they have the ability to return, but it seems with Canales' ass, it was kind of they have the ability, but I don't know. A torn bicep, bro, that's rough. That's
more than
tough.
6 weeks. That's more than
tough.
6 weeks.
A torn bicep is tough, and that sucks because Robert Hunt is a true road grader. He helps with the run game, and now we have Chandler Zavala taking his spot, and Cade Mays, all of us, on Panther Nation podcast, think that Cade Mays was a better center than Austin Corbett. So we look at that as an improvement. But obviously losing Robert Hunt is no go. That's not a good look.
That's big, bro.
Yeah, that's not a good look. And Zavala is he struggled. I mean, and again, I get it. Calais Campbell and them was killing. They was doing major damage to the offense. And what's crazy is, and we'll talk about it. Well, we'll get to it in a second. But it was interesting looking at the pressures and the amount of blitzing that the Cardinals did not do because they didn't have to blitz much, which is part of the problem. We'll talk about that in just a second. But yeah, man, salute to these guys we just signed. Don't expect to see them, to be honest with you. I know y'all are saying Miami should be starting immediately a linebacker, but the truth is he won't. You're going to see Rose Boom, and you're going to see Trevin Wallace continue to struggle.
Canales and Evro are not going to put somebody that just picked up from a practice squad in the starting lineup immediately. It's not going to happen, guys. There's nothing in how they roll that says that that's going to happen. Even if he is the better guy, it's not going to happen.
Yeah. We are who we are from a linebacker perspective. As soon as Josie Jewell, had his injury issue, we didn't address, like Dave said, we didn't address it. And I wouldn't say we ignored it, because we did try. Like, we've been trying. We drafted Trevin Wallace. We signed Josie Jewell. So I wouldn't say that we completely ignored it, but it definitely, what has been presented to us week in and week out is not good enough. And going back to what Dave said, considering the legendary linebackers that we've had, it is disappointing to see our linebacker play the way it is. But it is what it is. But yeah, man. All right. Anything else on the roster moves, Dave?
Nope. Let's go to the next topic.
All right, let's talk about it, because some of y'all are already talking about it. We got to talk about Bryce Young and his game, because he threw it 55 times for 328 yards. Yeah, he had 35 completions, which is, we had to, again, we talk about the game flow. But go ahead, Dave.
That's how he gets to 4,000 yards for the season.
Yeah.
But how many wins do you think we're going to get if he?
No, I agree with you. I agree.
No,
with you.
This is for the folks who keep saying
the
expectation that he should be throwing for 4,000 yards. If he's throwing for 4,000 yards, guys, we're losing. Like, we're losing. Yeah. We're not winning many games.
Yeah, this is facts.
Like, and it's the same with Cam too. Even when Cam was here, like when Cam had 300-yard games, odds were high that we were going to lose that game. If he's out here having to throw the ball 300 yards, odds high. So I'm not trying to beat up on Bryce. Like, that was a Cam thing too. That was a DeLome thing. It's just how our offenses have always operated historically. We want to run the ball and stop the run. Like,
yeah, my bad.
That's what
my bad, y'all. It is 2 turnovers. That's my fault. I missed. I messed up the slide. So it is 2 turnovers. He had the fumble and he had the interception. So that's my apologies.
Yep.
Shout to Rye with the catch. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't have a lot of time to dump into my slides, but let me just go ahead and correct that real quick.
While you fix that, I'll do the super chats real fast while you fix it if you want to do that.
Yeah, go ahead.
If I can get my mouse pad to work right. All right. Well, we did that one already. Christian batteries. It's a weakness. Be for real. Only guy that might make it his strength is Coker and T-Mac. Well, what about linebackers, guys? Hunter is, as Smitty says, just a jag. XL's a bust. Bryson is okay. Hunter ain't half bad. But if you compare it to linebackers, there shouldn't be a discussion here. There shouldn't be a discussion here. Shout out to Big D, no Kool-Aid sipping. XL will get better. Remember how T.O. started. Yeah, but T.O. also had Jerry Rice.
Yeah, and we also remember how Mingo started, and all these are all like, we have far more
all
guys
due
on the
respect,
wrong side of history than the right side.
There ain't nobody like the other guy on the and T-Mac is doing great, but the other guy, T-Mac ain't Jerry Rice. Okay, we got Cameron's at linebacker.
He might be. You don't know.
Don't put that on him. No, don't put that on him.
We don't know. We let him cook.
We don't know. Raising Kane. What? Oh, we already did this one. 3 in the super chat. A-Cash, what do you mean we don't got any linebackers, Dave? You don't like Mahima Young Meta? You know what? A-Cash, I don't like you right now, but appreciate the super chat.
He definitely made you mispronounce it on purpose.
He did. That's why he did it. That's fine. With Renfrow in the slot, will Coker shift outside? That's what I think is going to happen.
Yes, that's what's going to happen. He had been getting more reps at training camp outside. I think he's trying to be a more well-rounded receiver. So they were giving him more reps outside. So I think, yes, you will see Jalen Coker outside when he comes back.
Shout out to the game guys. Zavala did do decent last year. People still remembered his rookie season, but he got way better since then. Still a big drop off though. Yeah, I think he's gotten better, but we can't expect him to be Robert Hunt.
Yeah,
like that's just the reality, right?
I mean, he did not do the greatest when he came into that game, and I get it. It's Calais Campbell, but
at the same time, to give him some grace, right? Yes, he didn't look too good when he came in. No, well, yeah, you do. We're Panthers fans. We have to give grace. So
we are nothing but grace. Like that's all we have.
Grace givers. We're like grace givers. So, but to give him some grace, he did have to hop into the game after an injury. So now with a week of preparation, maybe he'll play better going into the game against Atlanta. To give him some grace. There's your grace. But back to this updated stat sheet with 2 turnovers, the 3 touchdowns, and the 328 yards. One thing I'm going to say, man, we can't, like I said it before, we can't win games like this. The 2 turnovers did put us behind, though. That was big.
I mean, that's what happened. That's what happens, man. Those turnovers, and I get it. I cannot just eliminate or forget the turnovers and be like, oh, he had 328 passing yards. We had a great comeback that almost. I can't do that. I'm sorry.
But the irony is those 2 turnovers are the reason why we lost.
Yeah, they were. They are the reason we lost. I mean, but people are giving Bryce so much grace, and I'm just like, man, what are we doing? Like, you have to call a spade, bro. Like, I get it. The comeback, he had some great throws. He showed some flashes, but bro, he also negated all that. Like, you cannot turn over the ball like he's turning the ball over, bro. Like, he just can't. And somebody needs to hold him accountable. You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna go out and call everything garbage stats. I get that. I'm not gonna go that far, and I get it.
I'm not going that far.
But
they made it a game. They did make it a game, though.
Here's the thing. I'm not gonna call it all garbage time snaps or stats. Yes, that is a component, because I think people, and shout out to Ricky Raines. I saw a tweet that he posted in regards to talking to folks that had. Let me see if I can bring it up. Because I thought it was a good retort. But I have a retort back to that as well. Let me see if I can find the tweet real quick. Hold on one second. Because I think they talked about blitz rates, and all this stuff. And he said, what did he say, man? Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Come on. It was because it was a good tweet. Let's see. Okay. Nope, that wasn't the tweet. Okay, here we go. This is Ricky. Shout out to Ricky. I like Ricky, so this is not a shot at him. I'm just this is what he said. For the garbage time Crusaders, the Cardinals blitzed 6 times. 4 came on the first 2 drives. The other 2 came on drives in the second half. 3 of their first 4 blitzes led to 2 turnovers and incompletion, while the rest of the blitzes led to first downs for the Panthers. Cardinals ran zone 79.7% of the game, but only in the second half they ran man on a few plays and also switched from their traditional cover 4 to cover 3 to stop the Panthers passing game. They failed. The Cardinals switched back to cover 4 on the final drive. We didn't adjust. Of our 85 snaps, the Cardinals ran 11 stunts. 7 came in the second half. They applied pressure on the quarterback. 29% of the dropbacks. These are clear signs that the Cardinals were trying to adjust to the adjustments Carolina made and struggled until we did. So here's my retort, and that's a fantastic tweet. But there's something that those stats cannot measure, and that's your mental state when you're up 27-3. You could call all the plays when you want. Defensively, I'm not locked in because we destroying these cats. I'm going to let some stuff slide. Yeah, I mean, you know what I mean? It's tough to put an NFL football team away, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, mentally, I'm like, I'm kind of like, all right, man, we destroying these cats. I'm not gonna, just, you know what I mean? I don't got to do my job because somebody else did. Yeah, I'm cool. You know what I mean? So that's a great tweet. But I think still there's context to it, right? There's context to it. I'm not going to call everything garbage time. Again, I'm not going to call everything garbage time. But you have to make plays when it counts, right? When we start, the way we're starting these games is horrendous. And Bryce has to take responsibility for that. Canales has to take responsibility for that. We have to fix that issue. Starting these games where we start these games, then having to dig ourselves out and then fight. Bro, it's not sustainable, bro. It's not sustainable.
Nope, it ain't, man.
And here's more context. Arizona was down two DBs. They were losing.
The game.
They were losing multiple guys, right? So that's context. That's context too. You know what I mean?
I think the wildest part of that final drive to me was the fact that we didn't get a single completion, bro. Not a one completion. We went down the field off penalties.
The Heat turned up, bro. That's what I'm saying. When the dudes had to lock in and make plays, they locked in and made plays. They made plays at the start of the game, got out ahead really quick, right? And then we couldn't do it. Then we let them come back. So we fought our way back, and I give kudos to that, man. It does take some fortitude, you know what I mean, to go out there and fight back, and they did a great job. But to me, I don't take any solace in that, and I don't say, oh, yeah, look what we did during that period of time. This is what we're capable of. No, I'm not doing that. We need to be able to dominate from at the start. We need to be competitive and control a game from the jump. I have not seen that since last year.
I agree. I completely agree.
And that's on Bryce Young. Yes, it is. Y'all keep trying to like put this cape on for Bryce, and I like Bryce. I want Bryce to be my future quarterback, my franchise guy. I want him to be the guy. I don't want to have to draft another quarterback. But Bryce Young has to take responsibility, and he has. But I'm talking about from the fan base. It's not everybody else's fault that Bryce Young fumbled. Even if he gets sacked, you have to live to fight another day. Hold on to the football. So that's what I got to say about that. Shout out to Forrest Gump.
All right, let me go ahead and do these 2 super chats real quick.
You got it.
Got 2. I got it. Shout out to Radar Sports. Jayla Walker Revenge Games. Who's the DC if EE is gone? I don't know, man. But I don't know why we're thinking about something that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen this season. So shout out to you for the super chat. I have no idea who would take over. Who knows?
Man, bro, you know what's crazy? My fault. Go ahead, Dave. My fault.
Shout out to Raising Cane, YT. Refs tried to gift wrap us the game and we still lost. Yeah. We got to execute. Now, what were you going to say?
What I was going to say is, and I was reading or listening to something, and they said, I forgot. I don't know who I was listening to, so forgive me. But they said, typically when offensive coordinator or offensive guys that are coaches struggle like this to manage games and whatnot, they turn over the play calling duty. Dave, we can't do that.
Yeah, we can.
No, we can't. To who?
To the guy that was that play called first preseason game.
Did you watch? No. I'm not going back to that.
Well, you know what he's gonna have to do? He has to do like what Ron Rivera did and have somebody to like manage the clock for him, because Ron Rivera at some point later in his coaching tenure at Carolina had somebody to pretty much be the clock manager guy. So that's what Dave Canales needs. He needs a clock manager guy. I mean, that's maybe the offensive coordinator can be the clock manager guy. Because I think it's too much for him, bro. Like, he ain't gonna admit it, but I think it's too much. I don't think he can do it all. He can't. He can't do it all.
Yeah,
he can't.
Yeah, it's starting to look that way. And again, I don't know, but this is Bryce game. Let's get into a couple of advanced stats here. Time to throw. So didn't we talk about this time to throw stat? And somebody said, "Oh yeah, 2.7 seconds." Where did 2.7 come from? I think that's what Canales is talking about. Bryce Young had time to throw for the most part up until that last drive. He was cooking. And unfortunately, like y'all are mentioning, we didn't have much of a run game. Bryce.
That's the killer.
And Dave Canales needs a run game. We have to have a run game, and because we didn't have a run game, you put the ball in Bryce Young's hand 55 times, he got to throw it, and that's no bueno. That's no bueno.
And the thing is, the fact that he had 2.71, that's still good. Like that's
good time. That's good
time. Like, I know folks don't believe it is, but that's good time. I mean, the goal for the defense is to get there in 2 seconds. They want to be there in 2 seconds.
So deep percentage pause is the deep pass percentage. So we only threw the ball deep 3.6% of the time, which is extremely low. And then blitz percentage, that was how often he was blitzed. And that's low. That's a really low number. So he wasn't blitzed very often, which is part of the problem too, is because 4 men were able to get past our offensive line the majority of the time, which is not good either. So Bryce has to hurry himself up, speed up his clock, find guys, and I think that's what largely happened on the last drive. That last drive, we just couldn't get nothing going because Bryce wasn't protected, and that is partially due on Canales because Canales didn't have anything short. We took everything short for the bulk of the game up into the last drive, and then all of a sudden we wanted to go deep every play. Like Canales didn't do a great job handling it, and he admitted to it. He did admit he took responsibility to that. He said I was looking for too much. I was trying to get too much too fast, and I think that's really what hurt us in the long run. So Canales did take responsibility for that. Average separation 3.4 yards. That's pretty solid from a separation standpoint. Tight window throws 20% tight windows. That's a bit high. So that is what it is. And then QBP is the pressure rate. The pressure rate.
That's
so he's
high.
pressured on 34% of the time. Yep. So yeah.
That's about a third of the time. That's high. Oh my God, that's high.
Yep.
Jesus.
All right, some more notes. You remember how last week we went over? Shout out to Fantasy Bandits. This is a fantasy creator, and you remember last time we went over this because he shifted a lot of blame to the receivers and to others. I just want to keep this context going because I think it's an interesting perspective. He says, much better effort this week from Bryce and his team. Approximately 80 yards worth of drop passes off of 8 drops. There were an additional 4 incompletions that were 50-50, which would have resulted in additional 40 yards. TD and 2-point conversion, 43 of 55 for 408 yards, 3 touchdowns and 1 interception would have been his stat line if everything would have completed. So this is something that he does every week. He went through the play by play and talked about some of the lost and missed opportunities. You know what I mean? So this is interesting. Go follow Fantasy Bandits if you want to check out this. But I thought it was a lot of cap last week. There was a lot of Bryce protection, like there was a lot of shifting of the blames to others, and I feel like this week is much more logical than it was last week.
Yeah. Either way, man, it's fascinating seeing this, but rookie watch. Look at this.
Hey, I just said on the last drive. I just said the last drive was terrible. What do you want me to do?
I mean, I said that it wasn't.
I said
we didn't have a completion the whole time.
Yeah, no. But what he's saying, I refuse to talk about Canales in the play call. And I just said that Canales was calling all deep shots on the last. Yeah, I just
he can't do both, man. I just don't think he can do both.
So yeah, I think that Canales struggles outside. He struggles to adjust, right? I think the entire team struggles to adjust. If our first 15, 20 plays are scripted, right? And when you turn the football over, you get off script. You can't throw the ball or run the ball like you want to because now you're behind 2 possessions, and you can't do that.
Yeah. We're not blaming it all on Bryce, but them turnovers are on him. Like, let's not do that.
Like, come on, what are we doing? I'm not blaming it all on Bryce, but I'm saying he's playing a big part. He's playing a part.
We could take into account about Canales and his play calling because he's still like it was better this week from the standpoint of getting the plays in the times. But they had some moments during the game too. You put that on Canales, but
Shout out to Legend has it because this is absolutely right. This is the accountability podcast, bro. Like I have no dog into the fight. Only thing I care about is W's, bro. I don't care who you want to blame. The fact is it's resulting in L's. Whoever you want to blame, the result is L. No matter who you blame, whether you blame offensive line, head coach, quarterback, Tepper, who you ever want to blame, it's an L ultimately. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? So. But rookie watch. Shout out to Mitchell Evans though. Mitchell Evans, had limited snaps. Only played six snaps,
That's a
but
high
he
number.
had one reception, 9 yards. T-Mac had a 69 grade, 58 snaps, 6 receptions for 100 yards. Had some nice yakage where he took that crosser over the middle. Almost house called it. Couldn't quite get it going all the way, but again, T-Mac is doing wonders. He's looking good out there. He is definitely living up to the
hype.
Living up to the hype and the draft, where we drafted him. So it's looking good. It's looking good for sure. Looking good. Nick Scorton, 60.9, 22 snaps. So he had more snaps than Princely, but Princely has more pressures, and he had a sack and a hurry. ETN limited snaps. Lathan Ransom limited snaps, but he did have 3.5 tackles. Cam Jackson actually played this game, and Mitchell Evans played a little bit. Jimmy Horn Jr. did not play. So, but yeah, man, salute to those saying T-Mac had a 100-yard game before XL. It's true.
That's a fact.
It's true. Shout out to Princely though. Princely finally found his bark. He found his voice. I mean, he had a solid game.
Only 13 plays. Only 13
Hey,
plays.
he took advantage of those 13 plays.
He did.
He
nah,
two
but
pressures and
that's
13 snaps is solid, bro.
No, I ain't lying. No question. I just think that we really need to. I need the coaching staff to play the youngins more, man. I really do. They need to play them more. Gotta play him more. Play him more, man.
I think, and obviously, I don't expect like a ton of pressures from Nick Scorton. He is more of a combo guy, stop the run. Probably better of a run stopper than he is pass rusher. Hence why you took both edge rushers to get a little bit of the combo from the two. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, man, solid performance from the rookies. I will say though, Dave, that team we going up against this week, the Birds, the Dirty Birds, they playing their guys on defense, and those guys are balling. Y'all know I was a big fan of Xavier Watts. Baller.
Well, I knew eventually Raheem Morris will figure it out and get that defense going over there in Atlanta. So, defensive-minded coach, man. He got to have a good defense. Like, that's part of the gig. That's why you get hired, right?
Yeah. But I think AJ Terrell is out. I think he's got a hamstring issue. So it is what it is, man. Those guys are balling though. It's unfortunate that we are not. But anyway, let's keep it moving. Look again, more rookie watch real quick here. You got T-Mac leading all receivers, including tight ends. He's got 168 yards receiving. Right behind him is Tyler Warren, and you can read the rest. But T-Mac is living up to the hype. Hopefully continues to stack these games. But I'm happy about it.
I want to say T-Mac is top 10 in the league. But I'm going to try to double check that right now.
That would be great. Top 10 wide receiver in the league. We can't say can't say that in a long time.
He is. He's eighth. He's eighth in the league.
Eighth in the league is bro. That's crazy. Who is he behind? Who's in front of him?
Jamar Chase, Wan'Dale Robinson, Zay Flowers, Puka Nacua, CeeDee Lamb, Jason Smith, Njigba, and Malik Neighbors. Malik Neighbors is number 1.
Yeah, Neighbors had a damn ball last week.
And to round out the top 10, Jacoby Myers and Roma Dunze. Those are your top 10. So
solid.
But man, he's eighth in the league. He's eighth in the NFL.
He's gonna be a problem, bro. He's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem for sure.
And Bryce is top 10 in TDs, just so y'all know.
That's good too.
Yeah,
it's probably number 1 in turnovers though.
Let me see. Don't tempt me with a good time. No,
I'm not just talking about interceptions. I'm talking about total turnovers. He's got to be number 1.
Interceptions. He's
no. I say Gino.
He's tied for Gino was number 1 in interceptions, but he's tied for second with like 7 other guys. With 5 other guys. No, 6 other guys. Yeah. There's 6 other guys that got 3 interceptions. Let me look at fumbles. Oh, fumbles ain't even on this list.
It's saying he tied with Flacco for total turnovers, I believe.
Oh, yeah. Well, Flacco's got 3 picks too, so it doesn't show fumbles here, but yeah. But there you go, man. We got a lot of turnovers. Yeah, Gino had a rough night last night, for what I understand. I ain't watched the game, but I heard he had a rough outing last night.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so let's talk about it. Let's get into it a little bit further, talking about this game. So slow starts are continuing to kill us. It's unfortunate. Back-to-back games with immediate turnovers. Bryce had a fumble, turned into a defensive touchdown, interception on the next drive. Immediately got us in the hole. In minutes. In minutes, we were down 10-0. Offensive line miscues, miscommunication continue to be a problem. Canales offense starts the game flat. Is it the script? What's going on with how we start the games? Bryce and Canales have to start the games faster. Period. End of discussion. If they are a package deal at this point, we have got to do better with this. Bryce, whoever you want to blame, y'all don't want me to blame Bryce. Cool. Canales. Somebody has got to fix this. Back-to-back
It's on
games.
Canales ultimately.
We come out looking flat, looking like trash, and we got to get right.
Can't afford to do that against Atlanta next week. I can tell you that. Can't afford to do that against Atlanta on Sunday, bro. And here's the thing. I'm putting this on Canales more than anybody else. Canales is the one that's calling the plays. Canales is the one that has his offense coordinator with the game plan, right? This is on Canales. Like we could talk. Bryce should deservedly take some heat for some of the turnovers, but this is on Canales. Canales is the one that's game planning this. He has to know we have to start faster. Then it's up to Bryce to execute. But it's clear that that's not happening. Like he's not game planning properly. I mean,
this is kind of interesting because he is like a consultant. What's happening here?
I have no idea.
We blaming Jim Carr. Who else we gonna blame, Dave? I like
Dog
this game.
Capers.
I like this game.
We're gonna blame Dom Capers because the defenses ain't got no schemes either, huh? We'll blame Dom Capers because we got no linebackers. I'm just saying, man. You guys, this is on Canales. Like, if you want to do a percentage, this is probably 80. I'll say 80-20 Canales.
80-20, bro?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, bro. Nah, I can't do that. Nah, 80-20?
Yeah, it's about 80-20 Canales.
For the slow starts?
Yeah. Because it's on how what he's calling. It's what he's calling, man. Like,
bro,
come on.
He ain't fumbling, bro. He not fumbling the football.
That's the 20.
Throwing interceptions?
That's the 20. That's the 20. But it still comes down to how you're going to play call this, man. This is about how you play call this. Like, if you're trying to establish a run, you need to establish the run. Like, but do we beat up Bryce because we can't run the ball? Who we beating up? Like,
we know we beat up Bryce for turning the football over, for fumbling the football.
But one of the biggest challenges, part of the reason why the Bryce got to throw the ball 55 times because we can't run the ball to save our life.
Bro,
who is that on?
You're gonna have to throw the football. Bryce Young has to hold on to the football, brother. This is a fumbling issue, bro. This is the problem. This is a problem. He has to hold on to the football. That's not anybody else's fault but his.
But it doesn't change the fact that this coach has told us that he wants to run the ball. He wants to run the ball constantly. So you know what helps reduce those turnover counts? Getting a good run game going. Who is that on? Why can't we scheme a good run game? Are we just not talented on the line anymore? All of a sudden our linebackers don't know how to run block anymore? It just disappeared into thin air? Is he overthinking this game plan of how to get this thing going? That's what I'm getting at. That's why it's 80-20 for me. Because you got to establish the run. I said that Bryce shouldn't be throwing the ball more than 20 to 25 times a game. He should not be throwing the ball more than 20 to 25 times a game.
Dave, grab the super chats real quick because I think I see an interesting discussion I think nobody wants to have. And just let's get the super chats first. Go ahead, Dave.
All right, hold on. Shout out to Casey, Mr. Bench XL, and make him take 17 off. Say words, son.
That's crazy.
Christian Batres, Rook Rookie edge rushers look really good in my opinion. Yeah, we should play him. Derek 90. How many deep balls have Bryce thrown this year? That's a good question.
Not many,
He ain't thrown that many.
Which maybe
So
leads into
who?
my next
So
discussion. Hold on, keep
all
going,
right.
keep going.
It's a Christian. It's about preparation. That's why I blame Canales. That's where I'm at. And CJ Tapp, trade XL for a fourth and use a fourth to trade for a linebacker. Look, man, we're overthinking this. They're not going to trade their first pick that they've ever done in their in their tenure. It's not going to happen. Not yet. Coaching matters.
Oh, my fault,
Shout
Dave.
out to the bros.
Go ahead.
Coaching matters. Shout out to the bros.
Shout out to Austin, man.
Shout out to Austin. All right.
So Dave,
I think that's all of them.
Dave,
Yeah,
do we want? Is this the boogeyman? Are we ready to? Do we want to have this discussion, or do we want to table this for another day?
Half of the league have quarterbacks that with limitations. Probably more than half of the league. Everybody's not going to be Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, or Lamar Jackson. Most quarterbacks need help. So Jalen Hurts ain't out here slinging it like that. He has help around him. Good defense, phenomenal wide receivers, good running game. You got Saquon Barkley for peak sakes. So I don't want to. I'm not rolling. Like Bryce is who Bryce is. You still got to get help around him. While we out here, that's why we're out here drafting wide receivers consecutive years. In the first round.
So I think we sounds like we need to table this discussion. I don't. Let's table that later. I don't think we're ready to have that discussion as a family. As a family, we just not ready. We're not ready to have that discussion.
It's 80-20, man. I'm telling you. This most of this falls on Canales. The slow starts falls on him. The lack of preparation falls on him. He's the coach. It falls on him. Like, I don't understand why we're not like I know Bryce. I know folks weren't the biggest fan of the pick at the time. We were fine with it, but like as a whole, folks weren't a fan of the pick at the time and all that. But bro, like this is on the coach. Like some of this is on the coach. Slow starts is on the coach. Being ready is on the coach. Not getting the plays in time is on the coach. Like, and Canales doesn't want to take some of this blame, and that's the thing that's bothering me too.
I think he's taking some responsibility.
He's starting to. He's starting to.
We're not doing that. We're not gonna say Canales saying he is certainly taking responsibility. But for me, I think that I don't like the empty. What I don't like is don't tell me we had a great week of practice and then come out looking the exact same. Like I don't like that.
According to him, they had a great week of practice. If they're looking the same, then who's that on?
Man, we not ready.
Like who?
Panther Nation is not ready. Shout out to Jay Simp, but I don't think we ready. We not ready.
It's 80-20 Canales, man. If you're the man, you just said it. We had a great week of practice. Everything's looking ready, fired up for this upcoming Sunday against Atlanta. And then we're gonna go to Atlanta, and then they're gonna beat the brakes off us. We're gonna start slow again, and then what you gonna do? You know what we need? We need a slow start without a Bryce turnover. Then what we're gonna say? What are we gonna say then?
You know what? It would be a lot easier to remain competitive in a game without the turnover. You know that, right?
I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with you.
That's a big part of it.
It is.
It's okay to start slow. It's okay to start slow, but when you dig a hole like that, it changes your entire game plan, bro. So on one hand, Dave, you can't say it's Canales' fault, right? You can't say that, oh, Canales is his fault that he starts bad, but Bryce turns the football over, puts basically 10 points on the board for the other team, which shifts the entire game plan. That you see how this works together hand in hand? You can't say that it's 80-20 Canales when Bryce is the one turning the football over, and then changes the whole scheme. Everything has to change at that point, right? You have to be able to adjust. You know what I mean? So like everybody deserves some blame. Let's start there. But bro, we gotta hold Bryce accountable for the turnovers, bro.
Oh, and I am. I'm not saying he's not responsible. I'm not saying I didn't say 100-0. Like I didn't say I didn't say 100-0 Canales.
Bro, everybody has a plan till you get uppercutted and knocked the hell out, and you make it to the 9 count, bro. That's what happens in our game, bro. What happens? Let me describe this in a boxing terms or in a fight, bro.
That was good. You saw that dominant fight on Saturday?
I did.
Oh my
God,
we
gotta go, Dave. We gotta go 12 rounds, right? And we in the ring, and in the first 10 seconds, we get knocked down. But I'm talking about haymaker. I'm talking about haymaker, bro. Like haymaker. But and we make it to the 9. It's almost to the 10. Bro, all your game plans at that point go out the window, dog. Like you gotta regroup. Yeah, I mean, you gotta refocus. And it's tough. You looking at that uppercut a little different. And that's Canales. He trying to adjust. But when you behind the 8 ball, 2 minutes into the game, bro, it's tough. Your entire game plan has to switch. So like it's just it goes hand in hand, bro. Like they both hurting each other ultimately.
They are. But it ain't 50-50. It ain't 50-50. I can tell you that.
To me, it ain't 80-20 either.
Yeah, then fine. If it ain't 80-20 either. It ain't 50-50. It ain't 60-40 either. Bro, Canales got to take the brunt of some of this, man. And I think it's probably because I'm annoyed about how the team has looked as a whole. Like, we can talk about the turnovers, and we can say that's a factor, but you're still the head coach. You still are supposed to get you guys ready.
I agree with that. I'm not going to argue.
That is your job. Like, we had a first-time head coach come in and beat us. Like, that came from that same regime in Tampa. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, you cannot tell me that you say you had a good week of practice and then you out here losing to somebody that ain't been a head coach not nearly as long as you. That's where I'm at. Like, so I get annoyed, about it. Like, I think Bryce is going to take the heat because he's the quarterback. He's supposed to take the heat when he has turnovers.
This describes it.
That's a whole different that's a whole different discussion.
It basically describes the way because they are abusing each other, basically. Like that's a kind of a weird analogy, but also applies. Dave, grab those super chats real quick, and we go to the next. I'm tired of talking about Canales and Bryce and who to blame. We still losing ultimately at the end of the day, no matter.
No, I'm with you. Shout out to you. Shout out to I'm trying to get my mouse is acting up. Shout out to the game guy. Canales isn't going nowhere until next year. And if they draft a QB in 2027, I got my thoughts on if they get to the point they have to draft a quarterback. Big D, no Kool-Aid sipping. Canales has poor game planning.
You can't game plan though. When you turn the ball, your game plan goes out. That's my point. Your game plan goes out the window when you're down 2 scores in first 2 minutes. And then go ahead, my fault.
Right. Shout out to Rob. Bryce had 2 turnovers in the first 4 series versus Jacksonville. 2 turnovers in the first 2 series against the Cards. Starting slow is on Bryce, period. But my argument to you with regards to what happened with Jacksonville is that we decided to not score for like an extended period of time without these turnovers. So who's that on? Okay. I get it, man. I'm not trying to dilute the turnovers. It's a big deal. But you're a head coach. No head coach ever forces a QB to turn the ball over. That's on Bryce Young. Narash, I get it. I didn't say it was 100-0 Canales. You guys are just mad because you think that the percentage should be higher. But you can't put it all on Bryce either. Like, even Canales admitted that he didn't properly play call the final drive. He was being too aggressive. You guys just want Bryce out the paint. But I don't think you guys what that means if Bryce is out the paint. I don't think you guys realize what happens after Bryce is gone. We'll be starting over again.
All right, let's go. Let's talk about T-Mac being wide receiver 1. We talked about this earlier, but I just want to recap again. 6 receptions, 100 yards, back-to-back games leading the team in receiving. He got yak, physicality, good hands, good IQ. Dave, he is the first Panthers rookie with 100+ in the second game since Smitty. Interesting. I'm not drawing those parallels. It's way too early. But it's clear that Bryce trusts him. There is some chemistry there. But T-Mac, man, I couldn't be more happy as someone that was down with selecting T-Mac since the beginning of the draft process. I cannot be more happy seeing him ball out and actually be our wide receiver one. I'm so happy. Dave, what I want to know is how do you feel about it as someone that did not want T-Mac?
So first of all, unlike most of you human beings on the planet Earth, I can admit when I'm wrong. This worked out very, very well. But you also have to remember the reason of why they did not want to draft a wide receiver. It wasn't even about T-Mac. It was about a wide receiver. It was about the position, okay? It wasn't about T-Mac as a person. I didn't say T-Mac wasn't a good wide receiver. I just didn't want to draft the position because of other needs that we had, to be clear. But I'm happy that he's out here being compared, doing things that hasn't been done since Smitty. It is awesome to see. And I'm also stunned that I did not realize, doesn't Coker have a 100-yard receiving game? Now I got to check. I think he has one.
Let me check.
So you're telling me that an undrafted rookie and a top 10 pick that was just and another rookie in the second game got a 100-yard game, but Legette hasn't gotten one yet? I'm just trying to understand. Help me help you.
Let me see that. We're just double checking our stats.
I'm trying to check.
Give us 1 second, y'all.
I'm very curious. I wanna.
I think he got close, but I don't recall him getting.
I'm trying to check
the chat. Shout out to our PNP research team. Let us know. PNP research team. Let the PNP research team go to work.
I'm looking now.
They're saying check the Cowboys game. Oh, he had the 8. I think that was 80, was it? Because that was the 80-yard reception.
He did the Cowboys game. 4 catches, 110 yards and a touchdown. Okay. So he had a 100-yard game before.
Maybe
looking at it now.
Maybe they're saying drafted. I don't know. I don't know where that came from. So that is incorrect. I do apologize. My bad. That is incorrect. So
yeah, because
that's Dave. That's 2 wide receivers that had 100 yards over XL.
Yeah. So yeah, he came close. He had 78 yards in another game, and he had like 68 in another.
Shout out to the PNP research team, man. Y'all be locked in, bro.
But I mean, okay, XL's not a top 10 rookie. Coker was undrafted.
Oh, go ahead. My fault.
Because Coker was undrafted.
We're gonna get to XL in just a second.
Yeah, oh God.
Yeah. But patreon.com/Panther Nation PC. Check us out. Shout out to the MVPs. Slick Vic, I got your ticket coming soon. Hang tight. He has selected the Dolphins game. I have 2 more games to give away, I want to say. I got the Seahawks game and the Saints game. So MVPs, you still have 2 more opportunities to be selected to sit next to your boy and watch the Carolina Panthers go at it. Hopefully be competitive at home, but we'll see. But shout out to the MVPs, man. We appreciate y'all support. Shout out to the franchise folks and shout out to the free agents as well, man. We greatly appreciate y'all support. Without your support, there is no PNP, and we greatly appreciate y'all week in and week out. All right. Dave, Underdog.
You guys make sure you go to underdogfantasy.com and use the promo code PNP. It really helps out the channel. You can still probably you definitely can get into some of these higher lowers and things of that sort. They got some new tools that I can't discuss yet. I'm waiting to get approval. But they got some pretty.
You got some tea, Dave?
Well, it's already out there, but I haven't gotten approval. We haven't gotten approval yet to talk about it yet. But make sure you go to underdogfantasy.com and use the promo code PNP when you do. There's a lot of opportunity to win over 100 times your money with higher lowers and things of that sort and champions. And you can still do daily fantasy drafts every week. You can draft a team every week and see if you think you can draft a phenomenal team and you can win you a lot of money in these tournaments. So just go to underdogfantasy.com. I took down a tournament before. You can too. And use the promo code PNP when you do. We got a couple super chats we need to go through.
Yep, go ahead. You got it.
CJ Tapp, there was a moment in the press conference where Canales almost said Bryce, the B syllable starter, then he paused and said team. All right, you're gonna have me go back and check that.
Yeah, now
It-
that's the stuff. That's what I be talking about,
That
Dave. It's
those are
the
little
body
things,
language,
bro.
yeah, the
Yeah.
signs. You know what I mean?
Big D no Kool-Aid sipping. He lacks the ability to readjust. Unless we're talking about the coach. Jarrell Mason being down 10 points hurt after those 2 turnovers. Seeing T Mac up close on Sunday, and he's like that, bro. T Max is a one. There's no question about that. Kelvin Benjamin looked good in his rookie year. Let's chill and let it cook.
Nah, I mean he
This is
was,
not the
but
same.
this is a different scenario. You know, KB had a weight issue. I don't T Mac is not going to have that problem. T Mac is can afford to add some weight. I think if T Mac ends up like Mike Evans at a Mike Evans weight, it's gonna be problems for the entire daggone league. So he can afford to put on some weight. Hit the Bojangles,
Shout out,
bro, but not too much. Not too many Bo-Berry biscuits though, because we don't want you to OD go too crazy. You know what I mean?
shout out to Bradley. Bryce's fault. Canales' fault. Let's all come together and agree that Anthony Legette needs to be benched. Bingo 2.0. I ain't ready to bench him yet. I just want to lower the snap count.
It ain't gonna happen until Coker get back.
I know, and that's the scary part. That's the scary part, man. Like, I'm not saying to bench him. I'm just saying to lower it.
All right. Speaking of which, we here. Great segue, Dave. Legette disappears again. 8 targets, negative yards, which is historic, Dave. That is a historic number. In the worst way, not a good way. In the worst way, negative 2 yards on 8 receptions is
8 targets.
somewhere you do not want to be. 8 targets. He had, again, not good. It was a bad day. He had 8 targets, negative 2 yards, and per ESPN, he is now it is now just the second game, Dave, the second game in league history where a player finished with negative yards on at least 8 targets. However, Dave, he is the first wide receiver to accomplish that feat. The first outing, the first outing came from Solak, former Kansas City running back. Chiefs running back Jamal Charles had negative 6 receiving yards on 8 targets in 2003. So he's the first receiver. He's the first receiver to do it.
But the running back's done it. But Jamal Charles got a better excuse than he does because Jamal Charles is a running back. Sometimes he gets the ball in the backfield. That happens. But, I mean, Jamal Charles was a good running back, at least, so maybe he does have some hope.
Bro, that's the second time we made terrible history. Like, we had the worst running defense, the worst defense in league history last year, and now we got Legette on the board with the worst, negative yards in 8 targets.
Worst performance by a wide receiver. That's because 8 targets is teetering on wide
8
receiver.
8 targets is a lot, bro. It's a lot, bro. 8 targets is a lot. You got to, and here's the thing, though. Here's the thing to counter. And again, I'm here for what we call accountability, Dave. Now, the streets is saying that there was 0 catchable targets thrown his way. I mean, that's what the streets saying. That's what the streets are saying. People that watch the film say he didn't have a catchable ball thrown his way. No 50-50 balls. Nothing.
Wonder why.
I'm just saying.
There's a trust aspect to this too, guys. Like, like there's a trust aspect to this too. Like, the quarterback is going to throw it to the folks that he trusts. He trusts other receivers before him. He trusts T-Mac before him. He trusts Renfrow before him. And when Coker comes back, he definitely trusts Coker before him. There was they showed a play during the 2-minute drill before the half where Legette, after a play, was walking back to the line instead of running back to the line.
Well, Canales, they asked Canales about that during the press conference, and he kind of addressed it and said that he put his cape on a little bit and said that the guys were winded and they didn't sub. and so he was tired getting back to the. And so he gave him some grace and said he was tired, basically.
I don't know if saying that your first round pick from last year is tired is grace.
I mean, I'm just telling you what the man said. I'm not saying he's right or wrong. I can't do that, but
I'm not saying he's right or wrong either. I'm just saying I don't think that's grace. That's saying that you got a guy that's tired. But nobody else was tired because everybody else was lined up. I saw that video rolling around on Twitter today. I was like, oh God, that's not good. But anywho, let's see here. All right. I got a couple more super chats. I got Kang Law, tired of making excuses for Bryce, average at best. Okay. And the game guy, we're just going to call him Anthony now.
I know. He did definitely call it Anthony. Called him Anthony. Maybe it's autocorrect, man. Get a man some grace.
But that's his name, ain't it?
His name is Xavier.
Then where did Anthony come from?
I don't know. I think it was a typo. Unless his name really is Anthony.
I think his name isn't Anthony. Hold on,
Come on, man. What, we just making up stuff now?
Yeah, because Anthony Xavier Legette. Xavier is his middle name.
My bad.
His name is Anthony.
I was gonna say, well, I blame that 20% on you, Dave. That's 20% your fault. Man, shout out to Anthony. Shout out to Anthony, man. Anyway, all right. Yeah, XL. Man, we keep hoping and praying that it gets better, bro. But that ain't doing it. When you gotta force it to this dude, and obviously,
I don't want that.
We went back to back plays with that one with -2 yards, and then the other one was a jet sweep that didn't do much. So I get it, trying to get him going, but it ain't working out. So they're saying he can't separate, he can't win contested catches. Somebody in the chat said he has like a really bad what was the stat? I don't recall the stat. I had to go back, but yeah, it's not looking good. He's at the bottom of the league in some stat, and now he's going to be buried behind T-Mac. From a target perspective, he's probably going to get buried behind T-Mac and Renfrow, and when Coker comes back, he's probably going to get back. But all right, let's keep it going. All right, so. The injury bug is hitting the offensive line. We talked about it a little bit earlier. Austin Corbett got a knee. Robert Hunt has a bicep. The replacements, Cade Mays, we talked about it. Chandler Zavala at right guard. And again, he struggled a little bit. So what does that do for Bryce? Does that shift? Does that mean Bryce is absolved of any blame because his offensive line is hurt? How are we handling that? Because I just need to know. I just need to know before next Tuesday, if we get destroyed, are we just going to automatically say, oh, well, it's 92% the offensive line fault because
yo, man, look, listen.
I'm just Dave, just tell me how to act. Just tell me how.
I'm going to tell you how you need to act. If we don't get a run game going, I'm blaming the coach. I'm blaming the coach because he ain't scheming a run game. However, I think Zavala's going to play better next week. All jokes aside, I think Zavala's going to play better next week. I thought Cade Mays should have won the job at the center position from the gate. So I want to say it's going to pretty much be, I think between Corbett and Mays, I don't think it's going to be that big of a drop off of any at all. I'm worried about Zavala though. I ain't going to lie. But if he can, I think it's probably more imperative that we get a run game going because that'll keep.
That's always imperative.
But that's when I'm concerned, right? Because if you don't get a run game going, then it is going to put Bryce in bad spots when you guys can think it's more than 20% his fault or what's going on.
But that goes back to the earlier conversation, Dave. Does that mean if we are reliant that much on the run game, does our quarterback have limitations? And that's the point that Jay Simp was talking about. You have to, if you need to run, bro, you got to be able to. And he's not, and I get it. He's not Jalen Hurts, so we don't want to conflate those two. because that's not him. This isn't two different quarterbacks, right? So that goes to Jay Sim's point, is that we have to be able to, if I'm not ready to have that conversation, bro. I don't want to pod, because if I pod, then I can't.
We'll be here. We'll be here till 10 o'clock.
No, it's too soon. It's too soon. I'm not gonna do
It
that.
is, yeah. We gotta have a conversation at the end of the season.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. But here's the deal. I fully agree with what Renegade is saying. Everything is not gonna be perfect, bro. There's gonna be some situation where Bryce is gonna have to play us into a game. He has to be able to take over, bro. Like, when we can't run the football, we got to figure it out, bro. We got to be able to figure it out. Your quarterback has to be able to figure it out, and your coach, both of them equally have to be able to figure something out. We've got to figure it out. So, Dave, let's hit these super chats. Let's hit some more. Super chats.
I'll start with this one.
Yeah, it's a bunch.
Cash. If we're gonna force the ball to anyone, we should be forcing the T-Mac. I completely agree, but I'm never the biggest fan of. I'm never the biggest fan of forcing it. But if we're gonna do it, it's got to be to him. And they should agree. XL shouldn't get 8 targets again this season. He shouldn't get 8 targets again. Even now, he shouldn't get 8 targets again. Big D, no Kuwait sipping. Bryce can't be back there taking pictures.
I mean, so it's calling the statue. Like, he gotta move around. We gotta move the pocket.
Oh, I feel you. Z Spoon 30, XL 6'1", and T-Mac, Bryson, and Trimble are 6'4". So he's not a likable target for any pass by Bryce, as he throws really high. But the reason why they drafted XL, see, you guys are out here trying to slander Bryce right now. But the reason why they drafted XL is because he had the height, he had the speed, he had that combination. So he should be able to execute at 6'1". Come on, guys. Can we please, old Brian Kenobi, can we please get a quarterback that doesn't need everything to be perfect to win? What is Bryce's superpower? Y'all don't say the same thing about Jalen Hurts.
That's the conversation you're not willing to have, bro.
Y'all don't say that about Jalen Hurts. Let me shut up. Okay, shout out to A-Cash. Okay, I have a question. Maybe I'm missing something, but what the hell was the point of bringing BC back? He's not the first choice backup for tackle, center, or guard. So what is he there for? He should be getting it out over Zavala, in my opinion. You know what?
No, let me
left
answer.
Side.
That or Zavala is a better run blocker, and that's what they want to do. They want to run the football. So I'm going to give Zavala the nod to run block. I think that Brady Christensen was brought back to be a swing guy in case of emergency. I think they're gonna, in a backup situation, they're gonna put him at tackle before they put him at guard. That's just my opinion. I think that when Zavala's there, he's gonna be the first guard in the game, just because they like the way he run blocks. That's just my opinion.
Shout out to Rob Lewis. I just heard XL say I had some bad raccoon before the game. Jesus,
some bad coon, bruh.
Bad coon, man.
Yeah, some bad coon, dog. Some bad coon. All right. So defense, right? Let's talk about it. Princely, he got his first sack, his first pressure, which was more than week 1. DJ Wonnum had a nice INT. He's continuing to be decent. Run defense we bounced back. We gave up 100 or 200 yards versus Jacksonville, and we held Arizona to just 82 yards on the ground. I mean, let's talk about it, Dave, because y'all be quick. Y'all be quick, Dave, you included, to throw the defense under the bus, and we can't blame them. I mean,
no, not for Sunday. Oh, no. They did what they were supposed to do. They ended the 200-yard streak, which was key because it was 7 straight games.
Look at how we sound. Look at what we celebrate, and we ended the 200-yard streak. That's crazy. That
sounds crazy.
No, I know. You're right. I'm just saying that's the things we have to celebrate. That's crazy. That's just crazy to me.
Yeah, the fact that it was 7 straight games we gave up 200 yards rushing, it's wild. You can't win games that way. But us holding Arizona to under 100 yards on the ground is beautiful. And Evero is doing what he's doing, man. He's getting the deed done. But I think y'all still gonna give him heat. He's doing that with those linebackers too, which is impressive in itself. But Trevor Wallace had a pretty good game for the PFA. Had a decent game. So this is good. But look, I love the fact that the defense is looking good.
Chat said we celebrate competent football. Yeah, I mean, bro, we got to take
all
the W's we can get because the defense played well enough. I know we're gonna kill them for giving up 7 at halftime. I get that, I understand that, but that goes back to Jatavion Sanders and his drop or his no catch, which is still weird to me. I want to know what angle they got to call that pass incomplete. I definitely thought that was a completion. But anyway, I digress. The Jatavion Sanders drop at halftime, which ended that drive, definitely hurt us. I think they got the ball back with 50-some seconds left, and they did put up 7. So that wasn't a good drive for the defense. But I'll say this. When they needed to make a stop, they did. When the offense needed to score, they didn't. So, I mean, I'm sick and tired of everybody wants to put the blame everywhere else but where the blame needs to go, right? And I'm not saying it's all Bryce Young. I'm saying that the offense as an entirety, the offense has to be better, bro. They have to be. The entire offense as a group, whoever you want to blame within that circle, within that room, the offensive room,
they got to be better.
They got to do better. They got to do better because all we wanted was the defense to meet us halfway, and they did that on Sunday. I'm not saying they're going to continue to do that. They did not do that week 1. No. They did not do that week 1. But they did it week 2. They did enough in week 2 to get a victory. They did enough.
Yeah.
I can't say that I'm going to be able to continue that confidence and say that they're going to do it week in and week out. But week 2 they did it, and we didn't. The offense did.
No, I agree. I definitely agree though.
So, all right, I think that was it. No, so moral victory or missed opportunity, Dave. We were down 27-3, clawed back to 27-22. Yes, we showed some fight, but self-inflicted wounds were too deep. Renfrow stepped up, adds a little bit of hope in the wide receiver room. Obviously, we talked about T-Mac. That's aside from T-Mac. And Bryce had a career high, 328 yards, 3 touchdowns, but turnovers also hurt. So are we going to take this moral victory, Dave? Are we okay? Good.
Moral victory doesn't count. Moral victory doesn't. Moral victories don't count in the standings, guys. I just want y'all to know that. Like, you don't get a W with moral victories.
I'm done with the moral victories, man. I'm done with the finding stuff to be happy about. I'm just, you know what I mean? I'm sorry.
This is a good point about the 82 yards. 30 of those yards was from a long Murray run. So overall, the run defense was better, way better outside of that one big play. So it was really good. It was real solid. Pretty super chat the game guy. But no, I'm done with moral victories, bro. Moral victories don't count towards the standards. So it's a missed opportunity. Shout out to Ron Rivera.
Shout out to Ron with the missed opportunity, bro. I used to hate that, bro, but it was true.
I
used to hate it. I used to hate it.
Look, man, he was being honest. He was keeping it a bean. It was missed opportunities, and if you want to talk about the 2 turnovers, you want to talk about the fact that we came out of the half and gave up a touchdown immediately. The first drive, like when you take all those things into account, those are missed opportunities, man. We didn't do what we need to do. A lot of people stepped up. Bryce, I know you guys wanted to see 300-yard Bryce, but this ain't the way you want to see 300-yard Bryce, man.
Yeah. 300-yard Bryce equates L's. We have to get the run game going. And that's the frustrating part is because I said this on Sunday, we cannot impose our will. We're not good enough to be able to impose our will offensively and dictate how we run our offense. We are allowing defenses to dictate what we do offensively. Right? We're not controlling the narrative on offense. The defenses are literally daring us to go out there and beat them, and we're not doing it. They don't even have to send pressure, bro. The defenses are just disrespectful to us.
Yeah.
So, but all right, that's all I had, Dave. That's all I had for today's show. We got the Falcons coming up next week. I'm gonna see if we can get Big Low. We could get Big Low, or I'm sure Big Low may ask us to preview one of the two. We'll see what happens. What Big Low is gonna do, but obviously we love Big Low. NFC Roundtable. he gonna talk his talk. But the Falcons, man, they look tough. I'm not gonna lie, they look tough, and I have zero expectation to win this game. Zero. I don't think we're gonna win. I don't think we have what it takes. And it pains me to say that, as much as I dislike the Atlanta Falcons, I just don't think we have what it takes. Go ahead.
I want to believe that we're going to wake up for this one.
I hope so.
I do, and that's what I'm going to put my hope on. Like I believe that we're going to wake up for this one, and I think that we're going to get this one. This game is going to be more of a dogfight than what we're saying. I mean, we have every reason to think not so, but this is a home opener. I want to believe that we're going to be ready to rock.
I'm telling you right now. I'm telling y'all right now, and this is a message, a PSA. Let me ISO on me, Dave. ISO on me. I'm telling you right now that if they come out there looking flat, and it does not look good, and this team is not competitive, and I want a W, but ultimately I want to be competitive and not start to get blown out and then come back. No. I want to be competitive from start to finish. If that team is not competitive start to finish, bro, there's going to be some serious issues in that stadium from a fan standpoint. I'm telling you, the fans will boo. They will boo everybody. They're going to boo Canales. They're going to boo Bryce. The boo birds are going to be out. I'm telling you, I know this fan base, bro. I know this fan base. They're not going to, because it's the home opener, they're not going to boo you on the way in, right? On the way in, they're not going to boo. I don't believe Canales and them are going to get booed. But if at halftime they're looking mid, they're going to get booed. At the end of the game, they're going to get booed. I would say at the next home game, if we're still trash, they're going to get booed. So I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you.
Or you know what they're going to do? They're going to sell their tickets to their away team.
That's a given at this point.
No, it's too soon to do it now. You shouldn't be doing it quite yet. Shouldn't do it yet.
There we go. And then the brown paper bags are gonna come out. It's gonna get nasty, bro. We have zero patience for this nonsense that's happening right now. This is year 2 in the system, bro. We should not start a season 0-3. To me, that's unacceptable. That's completely unacceptable, bro. 0-3 to start a season is nasty work. That's nasty work. It's unacceptable, and people should be held accountable for it. So somebody gonna have to get this heat if we go 0-3. Now, I want us to win. I want us to be competitive, but I do not expect it. I do not expect it. I don't. But I don't know, man. It sucks to be a Panthers fan right now, man. I'm sitting here at work, man. People are coming at me because they know I'm a Panthers fan. It's just, man, it's nasty, man. We all taking this heat for the Panthers, bro. We all taking this heat.
We ain't kidding there. All right. But, I'm not ready to concede yet to pick us, but I just think we're going to be competitive.
No, we definitely. I don't see it. We don't have what it takes, bro. We not there. And I'd be pleasantly. I would be happy to be proved wrong. I was happy to be proved wrong.
I have a path that we could win this game on Sunday, but it requires us to start faster than what we have. We can't have Bryce turn the ball over initially. Those two things are going to be key.
Miracles happen every day, B. So
I saw one on Saturday in the flesh. So you're right. Miracles happen all the time.
Miracles happen every day, B. You know what I mean? So, but all right. With that said, Dave, we're gonna be out of here again. We might do a prediction show or a preview show with Big Low. Stay tuned for that, Dave. Stay tuned for that as well. I'll let you know. I'm sure Big Low will hit us up.
If it's gonna happen, it needs to happen tomorrow. I don't think I can't swing Thursday. Friday, I can't swing Friday.
We'll see.
Do tomorrow. I could probably see if we can do tomorrow at 8 or something, but
we will see. We'll see. All right. But all right, man. Like, subscribe, notification bell on the way out of here. On the road, 25,000 subscribers. Loop us in. Rock with us. I know it's hang in there, Panther Nation. It's tough. We all suffering through it together. It is what it is. But like, subscribe, notification bell. We out of here. Peace.